¿Qué tal? Buenas noches, gracias por conectarse con nosotros en una emisión más de nuestro canal en YouTube. Mi nombre es Gerardo Zíñiga, el periodista mexicano. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde nuestro estudio en Baja California Sur, México. Me da mucho gusto saludarlos. Esta noche tenemos un programa especial.
Good evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for connecting with us on this broadcast of our new YouTube channel. My name is Gerardo Zúñiga, the Mexican journalist. We are broadcasting live from our studio in Baja California Sur, Mexico. I'm happy to greet you tonight because we have a special program.
Como pudo ver, anoche iniciamos este programa ayer. Estuvimos ayer en el desarrollo de Puerto Los Cabos, donde es propietario de Cabo Villas, rindiendo un homenaje a Shanquella Robinson. Llevamos globos, flores y su retrato, su fotografía, dejándolo en el último lugar donde fue asesinada.
As you can see at the beginning of this program, yesterday we were at the development in Puerto Los Cabos, owner of Cabo Villas, paying a small tribute to Shanquella Robinson. We took balloons, flowers, and her photograph and left them in the last place where she was murdered.
Desde nuestro estudio hacemos hoy un homenaje a Shanquella Robinson por lo que hubiera sido su cumpleaños número 26. Esperemos que donde se encuentre esté descansando, porque la justicia pronto llegará.
From our studio here in Mexico, we're making a posthumous tribute to Shanquella Robinson for what would have been her 26th birthday. Wherever this angel is, rest in peace, because justice will soon come.
Yeah.
Shanquella Robinson, 1997 to 2022. Shanquella Robinson was born on January 9th, 1997, the daughter of Bernard Robinson and Salamandra Robinson. She studied at Winston-Salem State University in Charlotte, North Carolina. In life, she was an esteemed stylist and an American entrepreneur who founded a line of women's fashion clothing that she marketed in her own business, Exquisite Boutique. The brutal crime of this young businesswoman captured the attention of the entire American Union on the different scenarios surrounding her mysterious death in Los Cabos, Mexico. The case was uncovered on November 16, 2022, by investigative journalist Gerardo Zúñiga from Baja California Sur, Mexico, informing the world that Shanquella Robinson had been beaten to death. The death of Shanquella Robinson was hidden for 18 days by the government of Baja California Sur, from October 29th to November 16th, 2022. When the journalist broke the case on the news portal Metropolymix.com. The only version that was being shared up to that moment was that Shanquella Robinson had died because of alcohol poisoning. This is what her friends were claiming, and the version reported to the Mexican police. The Mexican journalist rescued from the archive the case that had been reported as a conventional death. So he brought it to public opinion and subjected it to public scrutiny as to the true cause of her death.
No olvide suscribirse con nosotros en nuestro canal, darle like a nuestros videos y dejar sus comentarios sobre los temas que estamos presentando. Puede hacerlo en esta transmisión en vivo, en nuestros videos y nuestros shorts. Únicamente le vamos a pedir que sea de manera respetuosa con los miembros de este canal.
Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and leave your comments on the topics that we are presenting. You can leave comments during the live broadcast or at our videos or shorts. However, we're going to ask you to always be respectful of each other on this channel.
Esta noche me gustaría compartir con ustedes que ya abrimos nuestra comunidad de miembros en nuestro canal. Puede suscribirse para que pueda tener acceso a más información, fotografías, estados, videos exclusivos, noticias de última hora y pueda participar en nuestro chat de miembros. Quiero dar las gracias por sus donaciones a Victory Grace, Diane Edwards, Sara Malavé y a Pauline Gaeta.
Tonight, I'd like to share with everyone that we have opened an exclusive member community on our channel. You can subscribe and you will be able to have access to more information, photos, updated statuses, exclusive videos, breaking news, and you can participate in our member chat.
Estaremos generando contenido exclusivo del caso de Shanquella Robinson, pero también hablaremos de otros casos de otros estadounidenses que fueron asesinados en México o bien fueron víctimas de algún delito. Gracias a Segment Table por ser nuestro primer miembro en este canal.
Within this community, we will be generating exclusive content about the case of Shanquella Robinson, but we will also talk about other cases of Americans who were killed in Mexico or victims of a crime in Mexico. I want to thank Assignment Table, who became our first member in the exclusive YouTube community.
Ayer, Shanquella Robinson hubiera cumplido 26 años de no haber sido asesinada por una persona que se decía su amiga, cuando el trágico 29 de octubre del 2022 fue atacada a golpes.
Yesterday, Shanquella Robinson would have turned 26 years old had she not been killed by a person who called herself her friend on that tragic day of October 29th, 2022, when she was attacked with fatal blows.
It's time for Shanquella Robinson's farewell. The cemetery was filled with family and friends who went to say goodbye to this young woman brutally murdered on October 29, 2022 in Cabo Villas, located in San Jose del Cabo, Baja California Sur. The death of this young woman caused a great shock and grief in the United States. At the wake, floral arrangements and photographs of the victim when alive surrounded her last resting place. The victim's casket was taken in a carriage to the cemetery. After arriving, Shanquella Robinson was finally buried. Rest in peace, Shanquella Robinson.
Como ustedes saben, Shanquella Robinson no murió de congestión alcohólica, como originalmente los Cabos 6 pretendieron hacer creer a los padres de la víctima y a todo el mundo. Shanquella Robinson fue atacada a golpes, sufriendo daños en la columna y el cuello, falleciendo posteriormente. Fue una muerte violenta, trágica, dolorosa, no únicamente para sus familiares, sino para todos sus amigos y todos los estadounidenses.
As you know, Shanquella Robinson did not die of alcoholic poisoning, as the Cabo Six originally tried to make the parents of the victim and everyone else believe. Shanquella Robinson was beaten, suffering damage to her spine and neck, and later died. It was a violent death, tragic and painful, not only for her family, but for her friends and all Americans.
¿Cuál es la situación hasta este momento? El crimen de Shanquella Robinson está en la más completa y absoluta impunidad. La responsable del ataque directo de Shanquella Robinson es oficialmente prófuga de la justicia mexicana hasta en tanto no sea extraditada a México.
So what is the situation so far with this case? The crime of Shanquella Robinson is in complete impunity. The person responsible for the direct attack of Shanquella Robinson is officially a fugitive from Mexican justice until she is extradited to Mexico.
Los cómplices de este crimen regresaron a sus vidas normales, como si no hubiera pasado nada, gozando de la más completa impunidad en Estados Unidos. En México, todas las personas relacionadas con el caso ya presentaron su declaración jurada. Me refiero a la empleada de Cabo Villas, Lucy, la doctora Carolina, los paramédicos de la Cruz Roja, los policías que fueron enviados a Cabo Villas después de ser reportado el caso a través de una llamada 911.
As of today, the Cabo Six, who are part of this crime, all returned to their normal lives as if nothing had happened, enjoying the most complete impunity in the United States. In Mexico, all of the people involved in the case have already submitted their affidavit. I'm including the Cabo Villas employee, Lucy, Dr. Carolina, the Red Cross paramedics, and the police officers who answered the call to Cabo Villas after the case was reported through a 911 call.
El caso todavía no está cerrado, está en etapa de investigación. No es un caso cerrado, es un caso abierto y en proceso de investigación. Lo único que le voy a pedir es que no haga casos a los rumores y las mentiras que se han estado propagando en algunos canales de YouTube. Para que este caso pueda ser cerrado, únicamente falta la declaración jurada de los Cabos 6 y deslindar las responsabilidades que cada uno le tocará pagar por este asesinato.
As far as Mexico is concerned, and the crime occurred in Mexico, I'm reiterating to you that the case is still in the investigative stage. It's not a closed case. It's an open case and still under investigation. I'd like to make a request that you ignore the rumors and the lies that have been spreading on other YouTube channels. In order for the case to be closed, the case must have been tried. The sworn statements of the Cabo Six are still pending, and the charges that will establish responsibility have not been passed. So the case is not closed, not in Mexico.
Déjenme decirles que los Cabos 6, todos, absolutamente todos, tienen contratados abogados en Estados Unidos. Ellos están preparando su defensa legal para evitar que puedan ser arrestados y extraditados a México. ¿Qué le parece?
Let me share with you something very interesting. The Cabo Six, absolutely all of them, have hired lawyers in the United States. They are preparing their legal defense to prevent them from being arrested and extradited to Mexico. What do you think about that? And more importantly, how does it make you feel?
Desde un principio, el crimen de Shanquella Robinson fue difícil, complejo y complicado. La razón es muy sencilla. Es un crimen lleno de mentiras, intrigas y medias verdades. De parte de los Cabos 6, buscando esconder la verdad y protegerse de cualquier acción de la justicia. Por eso es que ha sido tan complejo resolverlo de manera rápida.
From the start, the crime of Shanquella Robinson has been difficult to process and extremely complex. The reasons are very simple. It is a crime full of lies, arousing gossip, and half-truths on the part of the Cabo Six, seeking to hide the truth and protect themselves from any action of justice. That's why it's been so complex to solve quickly.
Aunque ocurrió en México, los responsables están en Estados Unidos. Los dos países tienen sistemas de justicia muy distintos, intentando trabajar de manera coordinada para resolver el homicidio. Sin embargo, después de 72 días del crimen, hasta este momento nadie ve resultados. Antes de presentarle un video que preparamos para todos ustedes, les recuerdo que pueden hacer sus donativos a través de Zelle, PayPal o bien pueden hacer sus contribuciones en nuestro super chat de esta noche.
Although it happened in Mexico, those responsible are in the United States. The two countries have very different justice systems. Despite this, they're trying to work in a coordinated way to solve the homicide. However, 72 days after the crime so far, no results can be seen. Before I share the video that I've prepared, I would like to thank you for your donations and remind you that you can do your contributions through Zelle or PayPal.
Las aportaciones que ustedes hacen son para que nosotros que estamos en Baja California Sur, México, podamos seguir investigando este caso hasta que sea resuelto y lograr que los responsables sean traídos y juzgados en México. Muchas gracias por sus donativos.
I want to thank you for the contributions you've made so far. They absolutely help us in Baja California Sur, Mexico, to continue investigating this case until it is resolved and ensure that those responsible are brought and tried in Mexico.
Ahora sí, vamos a ver el siguiente video.
Again, now let's watch the following video.
After 72 days of the murder of Shanquella Robinson, which occurred on October 29th in Los Cabos, Mexico, the femicide of the young businesswoman is still an unsolved case. The request for an arrest warrant for extradition purposes filed on November 21st, 2022 by the government of Mexico to the government of the United States against Dejanay Jackson will presumably only begin to advance until the case is presented to an American judge to determine whether or not the extradition request by the Mexican government proceeds. The only person accused to this day of the femicide of Shanquella Robinson. As long as she's not extradited to Mexico, she is officially declared a fugitive from Mexican justice. The rest of the suspects involved in the crime, which occurred in the Linda 32 condominium in the Cabo Villas complex in San Jose del Cabo, Baja California Sur, so far have not yet been able to be formally charged with any crime. First, the Cabo Six will have to give their sworn statements. Second, until that happens, it is not possible to determine the participation or charges that each had in the murder. With the exception of Nasser Wiggins, Malik Dyer, Elise Hyatt, Winter Donovan, and Khalil Cook allegedly changed their home addresses once they returned to the United States from Mexico to avoid being summoned to testify to the FBI. The Cabo Six hired lawyers to avoid arrest and extradition to Mexico, which lets us know that they are prepared to undertake a legal fight to defend themselves. This situation could take months. Hashtag Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
Como puede ver, México ya hizo su parte, ahora le toca a Estados Unidos llamar a cuenta a los Cabos 6. Desde el 21 de noviembre, de 2022, o sea, hace 50 días, el gobierno de Estados Unidos recibió la solicitud de orden de arresto con fines de extradición de Danae Jackson, acusada alegadamente por el delito de feminicidio en agravio de Shanquella Robinson.
As you can see, Mexico has already done its part. Now it's up to the United States to call the Cabo Six to testify. As of November 21st, 2022, 50 days ago, the United States government received the request for an arrest warrant for the purpose of extradition of Daejhanae Jackson, accused allegedly of the crime of femicide against Shanquella Robinson.
Sin embargo, el proceso sigue de la siguiente manera. Primero, Danae Jackson, alegadamente, enfrentará un juicio en Estados Unidos. El FBI deberá presentar formalmente en el expediente enviado por México bajo el número de causa penal J664-2022.
However, the process is as follows. First, Daejhanae Jackson will allegedly face trial in the United States. The FBI must formally present the file sent by Mexico under criminal case J664/2022.
El juez resolverá si existen pruebas suficientes para conceder la extradición. Si el juez declara procedente la extradición, entonces Danae Jackson, alegadamente, tendrá que ser entregada en la frontera con México para que sea enviada a San José del Cabo, Baja California Sur, y entonces comenzaría el juicio.
An American judge will decide if there is sufficient evidence to grant extradition. If the judge declares that extradition admissible, then Daejhanae Jackson, allegedly, will have to be delivered at the border with Mexico to be sent to San Jose del Cabo, Baja California Sur. And then her trial will begin.
En caso de que no haya pruebas suficientes para acusarla penalmente, el juez puede negar la solicitud de extradición y proteger sus derechos, lo que complicaría resolver el caso. Como le comenté en el programa pasado, todas las pruebas recopiladas en la investigación tienen un peso específico para que el caso se sostenga fuerte o se caiga. Todo depende de cómo y de qué manera haya sido armado.
However, if it should happen that there is not enough evidence to charge her, the judge can deny the request for extradition and protect her rights, which complicates resolving the case. As I mentioned in the last program, all the evidence collected in the investigation are very important and have a specific weight on the case. It will either prove the case or fail. It all depends on how it's presented.
El caso de los otros implicados se tendrá que resolver una vez que Danae Jackson alegadamente rinda su testimonio jurado, ya sea en Estados Unidos o en México. Como pueden ver, entonces estamos ante un caso bastante complejo. Por eso es que México y Estados Unidos están trabajando en resolverlo. No es que no se esté investigando, no es que el caso haya sido cerrado. Es lo complejo de resolver el caso y el tiempo que está llevando.
The case of the others involved will have to be resolved also. Once Daejhanae Jackson allegedly gives her sworn statement either in the United States or in Mexico, as you can see, we're facing a rather complex case. That's why Mexico and the United States are slow to solve it. It's not that it's not being investigated. It's not that the case has been closed. It is the complexity of solving the case that takes time.
Bueno, ya para despedir este programa, agradecemos de antemano sus donativos que nos ayudarán a seguir investigando este caso. Nos vemos en la próxima programa. Tendremos un programa que no se puede perder.
Now to end our program, I want to take this time to thank everyone in advance for their donations. They will help us continue investigating this case. Next week, we will have a new program that you should not miss.
Suscríbase a nuestro canal, déjenos sus likes y sus comentarios en nuestros videos. Hagan clic en la campanita para activar el recuerdo de nuevos videos. Gracias a nuestros super stickers, Miss Lady T, a los super chat, Karen Johnson, Lydia Jones y Vera Turner. Gracias por sus donativos tan generosos. Soy Gerardo Zíñiga, el periodista mexicano. Nos vemos pronto. Cerramos el programa de esta noche con estas imágenes.
Please subscribe to our channel. Leave us your likes and respectful comments of our videos. Hit the bell icon to be notified of our new uploads. I want to give another shout out to our super sticker, Ms. Lady T, and our super chat, Karen Johnson, Lydia Jones, and Vera Tunes. Thank you kindly for your generous donations. I'm Gerardo Zíñiga, the Mexican journalist. See you soon. We're closing our program with these beautiful images.
Yeah.